Hey guys, Mark with Range and Wrench. So we're back out to the range today and well, got a little something in the mail. Actually, the local gun store got that. Like the old movie says, what's in the box? Well, unfortunately, in this one, nothing. But what came in it? Well, that would be my new MAC 5 MP5 clone. The reason it's not in the box is because of the added stuff that I've added onto it that now won't fit into the padding. It is what it is. What we have here is the MAC 5 in the 8.9 inch barrel, the longer version. We have the UTG Pro upper rail so that I could add the SIG Romeo 5 red dot with a little bit of a riser. I'm looking to get maybe a little bit taller, just so I can co-witness. I do have a little bit of co-witness with this, but I think I'd like to get a little bit more in case it goes down. And then in addition to, we have the Magpul extending stock. So, full disclosure, I did buy this with my own money. This channel has no sponsors, so people don't send me stuff. So with that being said, if the guys out at I don't know, CMMG hear about this and maybe want to send me a can for this, that'd be awesome. Or a McLean sling. That is one thing that I am seriously considering for this. Looked at them and I think that would be a perfect addition to this setup. And then eventually I will be putting a light on the side. That's why I went with the UTG Pro, so that I have the rail all the way around so that I can add basically just a light. Because this is going to be my CQB home defense type firearm. Full disclosure, I have brought this out. This is the second time that I'm shooting it. I did bring it out last weekend. I was shooting 115 grain ammo out of it. I got about 80 rounds through it, and I was having some issues with failure to feed, failure to eject. I went back to the drawing board. Basically, I stripped this thing back down again, really did a deep clean on it, re-lubed it, and it started acting actually a little bit better. I did go by and pick up some 147 grain flat nose. That's what I could find. And I have been looking for some 124 grain, which is the required. This was recommended for break-in on these. Break-in is about 500 rounds that they're asking that they say you should do with 124 grain plus P or some kind of hot ammo. So basically to work this thing in. I tell you what, right now, 9mm ammo, it's about as rare as hen's teeth. And it's actually making me think reloading might be a good hobby to get into. So that might be something that I'll start exploring for this channel as well. So with that being said, let's get into it. I will get my safety gear on, ears and eyes. That way we can get it loaded up and see what this bad boy will do. So when I bought this firearm, I went ahead and asked Roan Pawn and Gun if they would order me a few extras magazines. That way basically I would have extras, because this is going to be my new training rifle. Can't have enough mags, and I just like having extra mags, especially if I'm going to be using this thing on the regular. I did buy a couple of KCI mags. Like I said, they're Korean. I was having a little bit of issue, like when I was inserting them, it was really tight. So I spent several days just inserting and taking out, inserting, taking out. Actually, at one point I took a buffing wheel and buffed the area just to see if I could get them to go in a little bit easier. So if you see a couple of mags today that look like they're missing the paint at the top, that's because they are, and they seem to work better that way. Hopefully I didn't bite myself in the butt. But I did spend a little extra money, well, a lot of extra money, and bought some HK mags, genuine HK mags. These are made in Germany by M&P, or H&K, actually, H&K. And at the time of this taping, these things are about $75 a piece. So when you're buying mags for 20, 22 bucks, 25 bucks, 3 times the cost, it's a bit of a pinch. But you got to do what you got to do for the love of your hobby. So without further ado, let's take a few shots and see what this bad boy will do. Gotta love that HK slap. And that's what I'm talking about. So if you notice, failure to eject. So I'm kind of at a loss on this one. I'm thinking what I probably need to do is upgrade my ejector and ejector spring, which is going to be about $125. So that's kind of disappointing, but we'll keep going. We'll see what it does. Okay, Mac, you really got to get your stuff together. I'm not sure what is going on. That's actually starting to, this is about what I was having issues with last weekend. So, I took this thing apart. I lubed the dog snot out of it. I am a little disappointed. So I don't know what to say. Something to be aware of if you buy the inexpensive MP5 clone. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am kind of a little disappointed when you spend this much money. And now, when you see all these guys on YouTube and they're talking about, oh, they're $1,000. No, they're not $1,000 anymore. These things, out the door. So out the door for the Mac 5 and 2 KCI mags, I paid $1,353 for basically a single shot. Before your comments, yes, I have checked the headspace. It is within tolerances. Last I think I checked, and it was at 0.38, 35, 3, right at 0.4, somewhere in there, which is within their tolerances. So something to be aware of. Well, I guess I'm gonna pack up, and no use in continuing this video. You guys don't want to see a single shot MP5. So we'll get some more parts ordered. Hopefully that does it. And if not, might be selling an MP5. It's a shame. All right, guys. If you, I was gonna say, if you like what you saw, I know you didn't. Let's not kid ourselves. This was kind of a shit show, and for that I'm sorry. But hey, I will say I do have some reviews. I've shot some video for some review. I've got to do the editing on it, and I'm gonna try to get those up hopefully this week. This I will have up by the end of the weekend, actually. Today is the May 2nd, so I'm hoping to have this up. But as always, like, subscribe. Got any comments, got any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I'll take all I can get. So till next time, guys, remember, it's discipline over hype, and I think I fell for hype. Have a good one. This is an afterthought, but I know you guys are probably going to be wondering, what was the shooting experience like? Well, at 25 yards, that's where we're at. Not horrible. And if it were a self-defense situation, then yeah, that's still, center mass. So it's 8-inch target. So there's that. All right, guys. Till next time, have a good one.